Hi, welcome to Richie's Gaming Gadgets and Gizmos. In one of my previous videos I did a review of the Retract selfie stick, and it was just a plain selfie stick with no additional features. This particular selfie stick is one above the previous one. This actually has a wired remote control, in that you can have, there's a button on the stick where you can just press and it can take your pictures for you, and it can start your videos and stop your videos as well. This one is about $10 more expensive. So the previous stick that I did a review of, the retails for around $10, and this one is for about $19.99. So let's do an unboxing of this, and let me give you my just demonstrate how it works, and I'll give you my my true opinion on what I think about the product. So let's check it out. Hey everybody. So today we're going to look at the original selfie stick with the wired control. In one of my previous videos I actually did the, I call it the bargain basement, the $10 one, the cheapest selfie stick, and that was just your basic stick, and that was it. This one has the wired control, which is really cool, in that you can just connect one wire into the audio port, that 3.5mm jack of your phone, and then there's a button at the bottom here at the stick where you can then by remote control you can actually take pictures and stuff, so it's really cool. So let's open this up and see what's inside. So let's open her up and see what's inside. So that's it, nothing else inside. What I love about the packaging is that it tells you, the phones that it's compatible with. So it says iPhone/smartphone. So I assume that by the word smartphone, that would be like Android or pretty much any smartphone that has that jack, the audio jack, which is pretty much any smartphone, right? Any of the modern smartphones. It works with your action cameras like the GoPro Hero. And also regular cameras as well. And there's a picture in the back, and it's pretty much the same as the boxing, and the graphics are the same, pretty much on the cheaper version of this. The only difference, as I said, is the wired control feature. But here's the button that they talk about that you can press. So we're gonna look at that and see where that is on the stick. Okay. So, this one says stop. If you're experiencing difficulties taking photos with the capture button, please do not return this product to the retailer. Please see back for troubleshooting instructions. So it gives you some instructions here. So it talks about our wired and Bluetooth models are compatible with iOS 4 and up and Android OS 3.0 and up. So pretty much any modern smartphone, anything like. So if you bought a smartphone in 2015 or even in the latter half of 2014, you should be okay. But it said that if you're still experiencing difficulties taking photos, or the volume function is adjusting when pressing the capture button, to give you some instructions here. Where they say, open your phone's camera app, find the setting icon in the top right hand corner, click advanced settings, click camera settings, click volume functions, and change zoom or volume to capture. So that's a very, very important feature. Learning point. And what is good about it, it was on the top of the packaging, so it's the first thing you see. So all this means is that I guess the default setting on your phone would be, if you press the button to take pictures, instead of the camera taking pictures, the phone may interpret that as a volume function or a zoom function. So you have to go into your settings and do that. So the instructions are here. And then if you have a phone with older software, you can download the free compatible Camera 360 app from iTunes or Android Market if the device isn't capturing photos or videos. So pretty good. And they even have a 1-800 number here that you can call if you have other comments. So that's from Retract. So that's pretty good customer service. And here we have our more than familiar, I call it cheat sheet in terms of quick instructions. Most of us, especially us guys, we put this to the side and we just start tinkering with it and start playing. But for all of you other guys who have common sense and and know to, let's read the instructions, you know, people took the time to build these things, and this costs money to build, even the simple leaflet. So you know, we should read it and see. So anyway, there are a couple of languages. It's in French, obviously, Spanish and English. So it tells you how to, you know, pretty much operate it. So let's get into the meat of the matter here. So we have our cradle here. And as you can see, it adjusts to hold phones. And there's a spring here as well. For this test, I have put an iPhone 6 Plus in there. Should fit in there nicely. I don't want to break it. Oh, there you go. Fits in there pretty good. And that's an iPhone 6 Plus. So I guess what I should do is take this back out. Put this rubber piece on. Actually protects the phone from any scratches. And put it back in there. Well, before I do that, let's do it properly. Let's see. I'm a typical guy, right? I'm just not even looking at the instructions because I know what I'm doing. Alright, so let's connect it up. So the wired one, here is the special cable, and it feels pretty flimsy, so what I would be very careful with this, because I feel that if I pull it too hard I might break it. And as you can see, it's, you know, it may take a lot to repair if you break it, but it's strong there anyway. But I mean, how often are you going to be pulling on this? So, and here, right here is the button. If you look closely here, that's the button that you would press to actually take the pictures, right? And it's actually in their hand rest, so you don't have to, you know, it's perfect position for your thumb. And here's a telescopic. I believe this expands to about 3+ feet. All right. And here you can actually swivel this and adjust it. So you can just loosen this. You can adjust. So you can see here, you can adjust it all the way back. That's more than 180 degrees of movement. So then you can find your desired angle and you can lock it. Lock it here. It's locked. Alright. Now, like a typical guy, I actually put this on backwards. So what you can do, you can loosen this little clamp there. It's supposed to go on this way. Move to the side so you can see. This connects in like that. And you turn this and screw it in. Screws in after a couple of turns, and there you are. It's pretty tight there. And then you can put your phone in. So with big phones, I would be careful when I'm expanding this because I don't want to break it, because it's all plastic. And it fits nicely in there. Alright, and that's a 6 Plus. It fits in there pretty good. So there you have it. And then what you would do, you would connect your jack in there, and then you can then remote control your phone. So when you're taking pictures, you turn on the camera app, of course. Reverse the camera so that the front facing camera is pointing to you, and then when you're taking pictures you just simply press this button. Okay, so let's look at actually taking a picture. Okay, so let's do a demonstration of this remote control feature. So I have my iPhone 6 Plus in the cradle, and as you can see, this is the 3.5mm jack for your that you normally use for your headphones. So let me just connect that in there, like that. And there's enough play in the wire. So this is a pretty big full phone, and there's still enough play in the wire that doesn't put too much tension on the cable here, so that's pretty good. And for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to be using the back-facing camera. Normally you would have the front-facing camera pointing to you because you're taking a selfie. But for the purposes of this demo, let's see. Now I have not fiddled with any settings on the phone. So let's see if this thing works straight off the bat. So what I'm going to do here, just move this across a bit. Let's get minion test subject on the phone. And let's press this button and see if it works. Yeah, it works. 1, 2, take another picture. See, just took 3 pictures. And there you go, it works. There's the picture. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So that was the original selfie stick by Retrack. This one retails for roughly $19.99 US, or I should say Canadian, so it may be a little bit cheaper in US. But yeah, roughly 20 bucks, and yeah, I would strongly recommend it. Build quality is pretty good. I love the remote control button feature, and with the iPhone I didn't have to adjust any settings because this is iOS 8 plus, so this is pretty good. I would assume with the Android devices as well, with Lollipop and KitKat, you may not have to adjust any settings as well. You should just be able to plug and play. So this is a pretty good buy. I would recommend it to anyone. And this little feature here, it may not look like anything important, but trust me, when you have your, a very important piece of hardware in your possession on a stick 3 meters away from your hand, and you're in the middle of a crowd, or you're over the Grand Canyon or something, and there's a strong wind, or somebody jostles you, you won't drop it on the ground. If you use the wristband properly, this comes in handy to keep your device securely fastened to you. So that's the original selfie stick with the wired remote control. I would actually give this 4 out of 5. I love it. Okay, Richie signing off. Bye.